Gate 14 podcast presented by FanDuel Canada, and we talked about this on the last pod. The war against 500. It's a goddamn battle, Avery. It's a goddamn battle. They punch us, we punch back. They punch us, we punch back. We just can't get over the hump. How you feeling, man? I mean, god damn.
Long weekend, so I'm happy about that. But the baseball wasn't that great to watch. It wasn't that fun. Three one-run games. We find our way on the good side of one of them. I feel like we're pretty matched, like even with the Tigers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty obviously we're going to be at a disadvantage if Scooble's pitching, and we don't really have that disadvantage to the other team with any of our starters.
No.
But like with their record and ours, I think they're pretty similar teams, and it's just who you kind of play, right? Like I
Yeah.
don't feel like they totally outplayed us. They're probably pissed they didn't get a win on Saturday, and then we're pretty frustrated that we weren't able to get any of the other ones out. So tough weekend. Hate saying that every time. Sucks. You got to find a way, but yeah, here we are again.
It was a gettable weekend though. I sound like a broken record when I say that, but a very very gettable weekend in terms of like today's game. Akil Baddoo just turned into
Oh
Jesus
my God.
Christ in the first inning, and then they kind of couldn't really muster up hits together, which sucked, right?
Yeah, Kill Badoo making that play on Varsho in the first inning. It's like, are you shitting me? Because we were sitting 200 level, kind of by the pole, maybe a couple sections up from the pole on the line, and I thought for sure it was going to get out. As it starts to kind of float down, like, oh, okay, top of the wall, we're going to score a couple here,
Mhm.
and then he just jump and catch. I'm like, come on, man, are you serious? And Akil Baddoo hasn't been in the big leagues forever. He just got called up, right?
Yeah,
I forget who they sent
I think
down.
he
Jace
just
Young.
got
Jace Young got called down,
yeah
sent down, and
yeah
Akil Baddoo got brought up, and that's what he does. I don't remember him playing any of the other games, so that was sick, sick to watch.
yeah
Fuck you, dude.
called down the alto
Yeah, I
segment
did.
get
I
called
did
down.
say that.
And I know a lot of people are going to be mentioning this, and they mentioned it in the live stream. Johnny, what the fuck's this setup? I'm kind of going through some personal stuff right now, so just bear with me. You're not going to get the same Johnny that you get all the time, but I'm battling right now. I'm not saying rock bottom, but we're close to it. But yeah, just know I'll be battling, and you're going to see a couple different setups here in the in the future from Johnny Junta. But other than that, though, Abe, how was the vibes of the Rogers Center today? Because yesterday's game looked kind of awesome, and I had some DMs from people going like, "Man, this." I mean, the crowd was awesome. It was sold out.
It
Walk
was
off. It was sick. But what was it like today?
full, pretty full. I would say sold out. Kind of sucked that the dome wasn't open. Honest, I do have a gripe, and Emma will second this. We need someone who works at the Rogers Center refreshing a "Is the dome open?" Twitter account quicker than what we get, because we're we're 30 minutes out, and it's, I don't know, are you need a sweater today? Is it gonna be mug? It's gross when it's warm outside and the dome's
Yeah.
closed. We need someone on that more often to let us know live updates. Is the dome open or closed? I think
Yeah.
that's what I need.
I
That's the
just
most
don't
important
know
thing.
if they know. Like, I don't know if they know that close to game time. I think it's like a 10 to 15 or 20 minute before game time type of thing,
I don't
maybe.
even need to know the plans. I just need to know at this active moment, is it open or is it
Okay.
closed?
Were you warm? Is that why? Why this
I
gripe?
we had no. It's just because Emma's asking, like, am I bringing a sweater? What should I wear? Emma, I don't fucking know. I have no clue if the
Fair.
dome's. I have
Fair.
no clue if the dome's open or closed.
Fair.
Me, I'll be fine with whatever I wear, but it's for some counterparts you go with. But we had one of her friends that lived close that could see the dome and told us if it was open or closed. It would be nice if we got live Twitter updates for that. And I think people would agree with that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
Other than that, full crowd. Didn't have too much to cheer about. Like Brios got hit around pretty good in the first inning.
Yeah.
Well, they did cheer when you get Vladdy and Bo on first and second to start,
Oh
and
God.
then you get out of that. So good crowd. I've totally changed my stance on the wave. I used to hate it. Now I'm just so
No
indifferent.
overpitching, Abe.
I don't even the kid.
Meet me in the
Some
middle. You can't. I'm
like
sorry.
imagine you're a father and your kids don't care about baseball, and they come to the yard and the only thing they care about and the only fun they had that day was the wave. But it somehow gets them into baseball, you know? It's like
You okay? Okay.
I don't want to be I don't want to be like stinky, but I don't care. Like if you show up to the game and the only thing you want to do is the wave, just do the wave. I
That's
don't.
fair. You know what? We'll meet in the middle on that.
Yeah.
I think my biggest gripe is grown men without kids that are screaming for baseballs to be thrown at them,
Yeah.
autograph seekers, and the wave when we're pitching. I
Yeah.
think
So
it
the people who
distracts
are
the
doing
pitcher.
the wave when we're pitching don't care that you're in a close game.
Yeah.
Like I
Fair.
know personally I'd be like I would never do this, but they're not there to really like care that much about baseball. So that's how I've changed. It's not my place to say anyways. So that
For sure.
the wave was
Yeah.
going eighth inning and it was they were probably
Buzzing.
seven, 8 times around. They had a good time. I would look away. I was like, I can't believe this thing's still going on.
I will say though, I am close to getting sick and tired. Am I lagging by the way or am I
No,
fine?
you're good so far. I'll let you
I
know.
am because I'm on hotspot. I am sick and fucking tired of the gimmick that we always have to come back. Like Avery, I I'm sorry, I would kill for to just get ahead early. And we talked about this in last pod. The last complete game this team played from inning 1 to inning 9 was the Lao show start.
Yeah.
Like every game they have played since Sunday has been, oh my God, we have to come all the way fucking back. And a lot of it is to the starting pitchers. And you look at the Toronto Blue Jays rotation, TJ Stats tweeted this for qualified pitchers. Toronto Blue Jays have two out of the bottom 10 pitchers in ERA. Two of them, right? And I think that's the biggest thing we talked about. Like the Jays right now don't really have a perennial ace besides the Lao show. Like the Lao show is just absolutely shoving. But other than that, though, it's like, I mean, Bassett's been great as well, but it's like every game, it's just we're down right off. It's just we get knocked on the mat right off the rip. It's very frustrating, even. I think that's the fans' frustration part of it because I'll say it. The offense has shown life and ability to come back, and this is what we've asked for. But Jesus Christ, can we get an early lead instead of like top of the first? Jose gives up. We're already down 2-0. It's just frustrating, Avery.
Yeah, so Bassett 316 ER. The only four qualified guys are Bassett, Barrios, Gosman, and Bowden. Obviously, have the most starts. Bowden's rocking close to a six. Gosman's at 4.6. Barrios 4.3. And then Bassett at 316. We just haven't got good enough starting pitching, obviously, and that's
Yeah,
when we talk about. I mean, every single projection system this year was down on the Blue Jays pitching.
and they're right so far.
And as of this point, they were kind of right. Absolutely. Yeah, it just hasn't been good enough. Like, haven't gotten super deep into games. Like we're giving opportunities for the bullpen guys in big spots, and it's we're giving up runs. What are they? Bottom five in ERA total as a starting staff.
Yeah,
Just not good enough. And the guy who looks great, like I don't know if they pushed Eric Lauer, things would look a little bit different. But
you
two
think so?
starts, he's
A
been
couple
fucked.
times through the order.
I'm like, I'm starting to think that Yariel and Eric Lauer could get some starting run, and that
But how
it's not
though?
like they're Bowden goes to the pen and then
Well, you
Yariel,
got. I mean, you got the bull coming up,
who's the bull.
Spencer Turnbull.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit away. I think he'll have another Dunedin start. I think he'll have two more. Like I still think
Holy
he's
shit!
I think so. Like, would he throw
Yeah,
60 pitches or 4 innings the other day?
yeah,
I think another
yeah.
Dunedin, and then you try and build up a little bit. Like, in the meantime, I think a Lauer start isn't the worst thing in the world, but you need that start. Like, it's a bullpen start, anyways. So that's just
Fair.
covering the fifth spot. That's not even replacing some Bowden Francis innings that haven't been good so far. So the starting pitching is tough. I don't know what the trade market will be for starting pitching, and it all depends how this team is too. If they're gonna go after starting pitching, but we have been down. It is tough for a team to consistently have to come back. I do feel a little bit different that it hasn't been that awful where they're down immediately, but we do give up runs. Like it's what our staff's doing right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's they planned it perfect because like a lot of guys do come off the books after this year and next, where you kind of have a little bit of leeway to spend some more money on a rotation. But also there's a three-headed monster coming up in the minors right now that you can kind of hope for 2027. Some older guys, but uh, it
That's how
is
I
it.
that's how I feel, John. Sorry to cut you off. Like we're a buffer away from like three starting pitchers and a shortstop coming up. But that's like next year they're not going to be ready. It's the year after
Yes.
I think they're ready. Right?
So
It's
you
like
think next year is like a little bit of a middle ground type of year? You don't
but
sign.
you could if you want to do it. It's not going to make anyone happy here though, but in reality, Arjun could be the year after if things go well, and then you Savage, Steven, and maybe Ricky T's back. Maybe he's just a bullpen guy, but that's another
Gauge.
guy. And then Manoah too. Like those are people. Manoah's not going to be his best self when he comes back at the end of this year. It's I guess he's the gap year guy that you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think Manoah coming back will bolster this team a lot. And I know there's a lot of questions in our thing about is this team going to be buyers, sellers. I think if this team teeters around 500 by the All-Star break, they will be buyers. I think this front office won't roll over if they're 500 by the All-Star break. I really don't. I think, especially, I mean, the Jays are in second place in the American League East right now, and they're 2 games fucking below 500. The Red Sox lose the exact same time the Jays lose
It's,
every day.
it does feel like
It
every
is
single day.
insane. It is insane.
And the
So,
Rays play shitty against everyone who's not us, it feels like
yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's pretty hilarious,
But
to
it's
be
like,
honest with you.
do we want rental guys? Like, how is that going to help the team in the long run after this?
I think the only people acceptable to trade are minor league guys that have projectability. Like we talked about Addison Barger potentially being a trade guy. That's gone. That's off the table, obviously, now because he's a massive factor in this team. Do I think an Orelvis? Do I think a Rodon? If this team is 500 at the All Star break, right, Abe? It's like the window is closing in terms of like all those big free agent contracts you had, right? The window is closing in that aspect of it, especially with that rotation. You kind of have to just take your lumps at some point and potentially do some sort of trade, right? Like
Yeah,
part
if
ways with a Rodon or part ways with a Relvis or stuff along those lines, correct?
yeah, those seem like easy things to do right now too, because they haven't helped the major league club.
Yeah.
It's I hate to do this, but it's just like, is 2027 the year we need everyone firing on? Also, things can still happen. Like good things can still happen between 25 and 26.
Yeah.
Like the way to me things are lining up, it's like okay, when you get some of the young guys and you can bolster the rotation even more next year, even this year,
Hmm.
I think it's kind of a reset from away. Like, are they going to reset and go away from the super safe inning eaters on the mound to better stuff guys? Like, it's very different the way they do things, and I think we know what this front office wants based on who they've got. Like, they love the Bassett deal, they love the Brios deal. Gosman's been great as well. Like I think they're comfortable with that. So are they going to take risks? Are they going to have the chance to take risks, even if that happens?
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. It was a frustrating weekend though, but I did tweet positive vibes. Like the Blue Jays had 3 games against a team with the most wins, the first team in baseball, I believe, or in the American League with 30 wins, and they kind of held their own. And you mentioned this at the start of the podcast. I think in terms of like where I see the Blue Jays team wise, I think. But what I was saying was, I think in terms of like where I compare myself to the Toronto Blue Jays with a team in the American League, I think it's the Detroit Tigers. We're just lacking a perennial ace. Is that crazy to say, Ave?
Yeah, I mean that staff is good. Like they have a bunch of
And their
known.
bullpen's actually kind of good as well.
Yeah, that's kind of where I get to. I think our bullpen has good pieces too. So I don't know. Like at the end of the day, do we want to be a Detroit Tigers? No, we've spent more than to be that Detroit Tigers team. But like Riley Green's fucking great. He's a
Harry
really
Carpenter's great.
Gary Carpenter's great too. Like those are two really
Torkelson.
Torkelson. Oh my!
Maybe I was wrong with that take.
What was the take?
I mean, my take was just like the Jays in terms of like where I see them as, and is similar to the Detroit Tigers, and they kind of showed it this weekend with going toe to toe with them. But the Jays just don't have a perennial ace. That's the kind of the biggest thing, correct?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I would give Gosman the ball game one of a playoffs and be like pretty happy and think he could give us six with three or less. Like I'm going to get a quality start from Gavin Gosman, but it's different when Scooble's up there, and he's the best pitcher in the world probably right now. So
Yeah.
of course it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know if we want to be the Tigers. They're good. They found a way to play winning
Our
baseball.
payroll is too much to be the Tigers. I want to make that very clear. That's a
Yeah.
clear point that I want to state.
But now that payroll's out the window, you have to win the games and play the games. So I'm going to walk back that take. You got to find a way to win, and good teams do that no matter how much you're getting paid.
Yeah.
So I want them to find a way. Like the Tigers thing is kind of funny because I thought when they went to their huge run last year, when it was, hey, starting pitchers are going to go 5 innings and then we're going to use the bullpen for the rest, and they just rode the bullpen to the end. I didn't think it was going to be totally sustainable. I didn't know. It's always interesting when you get a young team that finds a way to win and get a little bit deep in the playoffs, and they've done that and they've just run to the next season, and that's really
Yeah.
important.
And they're great. They're managed by a great coach. I mean, that's we talk about the manager doesn't provide that much of value to Major League Baseball, but AJ Hinch was able to take a team that was young, just like he did with the Astros, and kind of propel them into something that's special. I mean, they're the fastest team in the American League, I believe, to 30 wins. So that's the moral of the story of it, right?
Maybe he's cheating with them.
No, I mean, I would kill. By the way, I would kill to root for a team that cheats. I don't care about the punishment. Like, what are the Astros? The Houston Astros won a world championship while cheating
And didn't get it stripped.
and did not get it stripped from them. All they got was a little slap. All right, it's a little slap on the wrist. Fuck. I mean,
And it happened
Christ,
during COVID. No one knew.
I would fucking kill. And if that's the only punishment for cheating, sign me the fuck up.
Do you
Sign me
remember
up.
do you remember the cheating scandal in Toronto? There was a guy with what was it, a white shirt in center field?
Yes, that was hilarious. That was.
Let's bring that back. Let's find the guy.
I will
I'll
fall
do
the
it.
sword.
Yeah,
for our,
we should do the same thing. Me and you go out there and one of us stands up for a fastball, one of us stands up for a breaking ball. And they'll be able to see me easier than you, but I think that's how we should do it and cheat for our
I will
team.
fall on the sword for our Toronto Blue Jays. If I have to cheat, Avery, I will cheat.
Will you get banned from Major League Baseball games?
Probably. But I mean, I could probably wear a disguise, maybe or whatever, get into games. I don't know. But I guess we can go game by game here.
Can I have a little we were out at the ice cream shop yesterday after the game, and there was a Tigers player behind me. I thought it was Will Vest. I don't think it was him though, so I think it ended up being a staffer. But hearing him just talk about the move to walk Santander for Ernie Clement, he was shocked. He couldn't. He was talking to his wife or girlfriend. He's like, I don't know what the fuck we were doing there. He was just like, the guy's hitting 186, and the other guy, I mean, he's hitting 270, but I don't know what the splits were like. But I would have thrown to Santander. And he's like, the bullpen hadn't been great for a little bit, and that was just very funny to hear.
It's a collective decision. We always talk about Twitter GMs and stuff like that. They're right. I mean, Ernie Clement, the past 30 days, hitting like 323 or whatever the fuck it is. Santander couldn't hit a beach ball right now. Walking the like the guy that's making soft contact for the guy that's kind of on a heater is a little bit crazy to me,
And
right?
then
Like,
and then having him shift the second baseman shifted up the middle too.
yeah, it was a weird play,
It
like just
didn't.
a weird game. But
Anthony
Friday's
Santander had
game,
a hip injury and a shoulder injury, and they're like, you know what?
let's walk his ass.
We don't want to walk the guy hitting 180. We will take the other guy.
It was wild, absolutely wild. So going into Friday's game, Bowden kind of struggled a little bit early on, gave up 4 runs. The long balls have been a problem for him, and we've been talking about that on the podcast. That has been a problem for him. But kind of battle, 4 runs over 5 innings, still kind of put your team in a spot to win. And the Blue Jays came all the way back. It gets to 4-3, and Chad Green, and we talk about this every podcast. He is good for at least an absolute ball sent to the 500 level every single fucking appearance. Am I crazy to say that, Avery?
No, and Bowden's in that too.
Yeah.
You're going to see the longest home run you've ever seen. Well, I do. And the Chad Green one was backbreaking, unfortunately. I think he's the highest home runs per nine of
It's
all
insane. It's like
relievers.
3-7.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna search relief pitchers, home runs per nine. Oh, that's 0 home runs per 9. Chad Green, 3 home runs per 9, leading the league. Trent Thornton's in fourth.
Wow, bring him
Yeah,
back.
3 homers per 9 for Chad Green.
Bring him back. Bring him back. But
It's
yeah,
so
it just
funny. He's got a 3.4 ERA.
Avery, that was backbreaking. You claw all the way back, you get within one run, and you're just asking for someone to throw up a zero, and he gives up a fucking moon bomb. And then what do you do in the bottom of the eighth? Who hits a home run, Ave?
That was a
Dalton
Bichette home
Varsho.
run. No, I thought Bo did that
Or Bo, sorry. Bo.
off the Tommy
Bo
Canley changeup.
Bo hits a home run. You're like, oh, huh. That home run might have meant something
Yeah.
if someone threw a zero up in the eighth inning. The accountant's being audited right now by me. He's being audited by me.
I'm not gonna let Bowden off either. Like the home runs have been really tough
No, they've been
and
not great.
backbreaking as well.
Yeah,
But it's like
he needs to eliminate hard contact.
who's the other option?
What do you mean?
Like what's another option other than Bowden? I don't think there is
Trey
one.
Savage.
Yeah, I don't think there is one. So
Eric Lauschow, man.
there is but like he needs to pitch a game too.
Do you flip flop Yariel's rule with Bowden's if it gets bad?
Probably like that's the only thing that can happen, right?
Mid season though, that's kind of tough.
Sure, definitely tough. But like if we're 6 ERA through the All-Star break, that no one's been helped there. Bowden isn't feeling good. The team is
Yeah.
definitely not appreciating that either.
Yeah, I think they had some great at bats against Jack Flaherty, man. I really think they did. That was a fun game, a fun stream. I mean, they're hitting home runs. Uh, Miles Straw continues to just be that guy. Dalton Varsho, team leader in home runs in 15 games
That's
played.
insane. And what was that the Oppo one as well?
Yes.
It's funny to see. Like again today, first inning almost did the same thing. Him
Yeah.
going Oppo, I'm surprised. Like we know he has pop, but being able to go the other way.
We'll use the dome being open excuse. Dome open, that Varsho ball leaves the yard.
Yeah, today for sure. I
Yeah.
think so. It gets through.
Um,
Even the Jonathan Clase swing today. I was like, oh, maybe that had a chance. And nope, did
yeah.
not. Didn't even come close.
Other than that, though, I mean, in that game, besides Chad Green out of the bullpen, you got three straight zeros. Mason Fluharty threw up a zero, Brennan Little, and Wyrod. Wyrod's looked awesome, by the way, Abe.
He has,
Wyrod's
and
looked great.
that's the thing. Like when you have a guy who's finally found the role. Well, I don't know if they're using him high leverage enough to like be fine with losing him, but he's
Yeah.
starting to pitch really well and be like a serviceable, good major league arm.
Yeah.
Do we throw that out the door and give him some starts?
I think that would fuck with him, man. I think he's excelling in what his role is right now. And if it's not broke, don't fix it in terms of Wyrod, a guy who has taken over a role that he needs, a leverage arm, and he's looked awesome his last like 5 or 6 appearances. I don't know if that would help, man. I don't think it'd help him.
Yeah, don't think so. I
Weird.
it's at some point you need to know like what's helping and what's hurting the team, and that'll be the manager's decision to make. But I don't know. I'm not done with Bowden, but the starts haven't been the best to watch
Yeah.
right now.
And then Saturday, we've been talking about him all pod. Eric Lauer, 3 innings. Kind of a where were you at, Avery, with in terms of like the early hook on Eric Lauer?
I I don't know. I'm surprised, honestly. Like, is he not?
I'm surprised by as well. I mean, the guy clear he it's not like you're throwing a guy in a position that he's never been in. Eric Lauer was a starter, correct?
Eric Lauer was good
Right? Like
as
he
a
was a
major league.
starter.
Yeah, oh yeah. He was a
So
major league
like
starter.
it's not like you're throwing a rookie in a position like Eric Lauer knows how to start Major League Baseball games and go distance. I think it was kind of an over management. It worked out obviously because Wyrod was awesome as well, but I think it was a weird pull. Three
Uh,
innings in.
yeah, no, I agree. Like, maybe he was at the top again and you wanted to do that, but I was watching Eric Lauer pitch. How many strikeouts did he have too?
Dude,
He had
he was shoving
five
you.
strikeouts, and the only thing he really got hurt with was that home run. It was Torque who hit it, right?
Yeah.
That was the only thing that happened. I don't know. For a team that's like getting not their best starting pitching in the world, I would have probably pushed him a little bit.
Sure. Run with the guy who has been one of your only successful starters so far outside of Chris Bassett this season. Like What's the worst thing that could happen, Avery? Eric Lauer has some sort of Easton Lucas downfall after like 4 or 5 innings, then okay, sure. But at least give the guy a fucking chance, right?
Yeah, like I think we're gonna get similar production from Lauer from anyone who's starting right now. He's not a super stuff guy who's going to strike the world out, but he was pitching great. Yeah, I'm fine to give him that start and try and push him a little bit more.
And then
I think it's the most obvious thing.
well, the awesome part about that game is, the Jays down one. I mean, it's not like they clawed back from a 5-run deficit, but Alejandro Kirk in the eighth, and then Ernie Clement walk-off single in the ninth. And I wanted to address this because I have been kind of lashing out to people on Twitter, and I wanted to explain this. I think what I have to be better at, and I've talked about this multiple times on the podcast, is when Ernie struggles, everyone is fucking tweeting at me. Like, and this started before I even went at people. Everyone, DMs, tweets, Ernie sucks, your buddy sucks, your buddy sucks. And I let it get to me. And then when he does well in the last 30 days, I fucking take it out on people. And probably shouldn't do that again, especially with the following I have now. I got to be better at it. But yeah, again, it's been fucking affecting me like crazy, especially when they tweet at me like I'm going to do something about it. Like I have no say if how Ernie's playing. But yeah, strange one today. Shout out Nene Takes. That was on me.
What
Lashed
did you
out
do?
on him.
Why
What? No,
did
I just like Nene
why'd you
Takes.
do that?
He made a chirp about the room. He didn't really make a chirp about the roommates. It was me. I was in the wrong. I already apologized. It's water under the bridge, but it was the roommates type of thing that everyone's been using and stuff like that. I let it get to me. But yeah, I can't be going on any takes. Again, so the burnerverse hates me right now, which is fair, because I'm going at people. I will be better. You have my word. It was just a tough one today. I gotta just be better at celebrating Ernie's success on Twitter and not going at people that constantly berate me. And Nene Takes is not one of those guys, so I don't know why I did that, but it was kind of a nothing burger thing. I just said hopefully he acknowledges that Ernie's playing well, but it was dumb, and I do apologize for it. But Ernie Clement has been great. Addison Barger has been great. Nathan Lucas has been great. I mean, that outfield assist by Nathan Lucas yesterday was insane. I don't know what Gleyber Torres was doing.
It saved Jeff Hoffman's outing, I think.
Yeah,
And sometimes that happens when, like Jeff Hoffman, 4 pitch walk to start the ninth. It's
for
like,
sure.
oh my God, we're doing this again. And then he gets the fly out, and Glaber runs himself off the bases there. That can like turn around a tough stretch for Hoffman. That could turn around
I just
a
I
tough
just
stretch
don't know
if
what
Jimmy's doing it.
I just don't know what the thought process was there. Like
I,
the game was tied.
it
I
was.
don't get tagging up on that play from
I
there. It was
didn't think it was
weird.
that deep either.
No, it was kind of like I mean you couldn't see because the Sportsnet camera obviously, but it was like in a weird area where it was like kind of a not a lob, but great throw by Nathan Lucas saved Jeff Hoffman, and I think he owes Jeff Hoffman a steak dinner now. To be honest with you,
Jeff Hoffman owes Nathan Lucas steak
yeah,
dinner.
yeah, yeah, he owes him a steak dinner for
I
that
think so
one.
too.
That
It
was
was because Lucas took the ball when he goes to catch it and he kind of takes it lax. He's not ready to throw. Kind of looks up. He's like, "Oh shit!" And then one hop throws him out. I don't think anyone on the field thought Glaber was gonna tag on that.
no,
And that
no,
was he made another stupid base running play that game. I forget what it was, but
yeah, I don't remember.
or maybe he just got thrown out trying to steal second, and that's what. Or no, it was a double again the other way. He got thrown out on.
It
Thank
was
God, like that saved him.
saved Hoff Daddy. And then Hoffman gets the next two guys kind of easily, and then Ernie walks it off in the ninth. I think this team lacking the snowball effect is what's been pissing me off as of late, Avery. Like, you got an awesome walk-off win yesterday, a game you kind of shouldn't have won. You had fucking 4 hits, for Christ's sakes, or whatever it was. And then today you kind of just throw up a goose egg at the plate. Like, nothing really crazy there, but I really thought they were going to win today. And I say this about every pitcher they face as of late. A lot of these guys they've been facing are gettable. Like, I don't think Jackson Jobe was that great today.
I was watching from the stands, so I can't really comment on that. I didn't
Yeah.
see a lot of that stuff, but like Reese Olson is a decent enough pitcher, but that's a guy you can hit.
Yeah.
Flaherty, good major league pitcher, kind of just lived on the corners the whole day. That's really that pisses me off when I'm a fan of the team that's hitting, and Flaherty just lives out
Oh,
on the corner the
he
whole
looked great. I
time.
mean, he was great. He was
Yeah,
great.
exactly. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, what are you gonna do? Half like most of them are strikes. They're just on the edge. You're gonna pound them into the ground. It's like nothing you can do about it. And then Job today. I mean, he still hasn't lost a game, but Yeah, I would have liked to watch Job to see it. I thought they were gettable as well because you didn't have to face Scooble, and that should have been uh,
Should have been 2 or 3
there
there.
should have been
It
a
should have been.
parade in there.
And if they went 2 or 3 there, we're singing a whole different song. I mean, teams back to 500 going into a really tough series against the Padres, who have been struggling though. The
Yeah, thank
Padres,
God.
they've been struggling coming in here. I don't know what the problem with Dylan Cease is, dude. That dude has like a 4.6, 4.7 ERA, bottom 10 qualified pitchers. Like he hasn't been great, and they got him on Tuesday, I believe.
What are the chances you think he figures it out on
Oh,
Tuesday?
he'll figure it out. 8 scoreless. And then he's gonna come out with us probably after with Musgrove.
Yeah,
Because we really,
we don't have Pavetta or Michael King, right?
yeah, missing. We're getting a lot of benefit of the doubts here in terms of starting pitchers, man. We're not facing these world beaters as of late, Avery.
No, we are
Really
not.
aren't. But yeah, I think this Padres series is they gotta win this series, man. Like at least get down to one game below 500 before the weekend against the A's, right?
Yeah, we brought it up. We tweeted it out that the stretch of 10 is really tough, and I want to go through it again. So at this point, before the Tiger series, 9 of the next 10 series against teams 500 or better. So they had the Tigers, obviously series lost. Then you got the Padres, the Rays, the only team under 500. Then you got the Rangers, A's, Phillies, Twins, Cardinals, Phillies again, and D-backs. Like the Twins and Cardinals are playing some of the best baseball of anyone. So that's going to be tough. Hopefully they cool down as well. But if this is going to be like the Charlie Montoyo gets fired year, where they were just fighting for
Teetering.
500 till the All-Star break,
Yeah.
that pretty pretty frustrating to watch. But as long as you find a way to get the wins at the end of the year, it'll be fine. And I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, I think I'm looking ahead at this Padres series, Avery. It's not the pitchers aren't that crazy we're facing, right?
Nope. You get what Randy Vasquez is the second
Dylan
guy.
Cease, Randy Vasquez, and Kolek.
Yeah, Kolic's
Like
got decent numbers. I don't know
he's
how
been
much.
great, sub 3 ERA, but
Yeah,
not
that's
a
the
big sample size, right?
that's the only number I see
We didn't even
from.
talk about the news from the weekend, Dave. The biggest news on the weekend.
What was that?
Hashtag Arash deleted the tweet.
Oh my God.
I mean, listen, if I know anything, and shout out the Burnerverse who currently hates me right now, we're working towards things. Every relationship has a little bit of a downfall. If you have learned anything from being on Twitter as long as Arash, you can't delete shit. Like, you can't. And especially a tweet as historic as Gabriel Moreno will have a Hall of Fame speech. Like, he deleted it. And you think we wouldn't forget that? He said, we'll evaluate the trade 5 years after he's had his Hall of Fame tweet, or Hall of Fame speech. Arash, that makes it significantly worse for you when he deleted it because you're just essentially bowing. A simple quote tweet like, I know say that for Ronald Acuna or holy fuck, what a terrible take would have sufficed. But deleting it, because I went to go, what happened was, Avery, I went to go look for it after Varsho hit another home run. And I go, where the fuck's the tweet?
Oh no.
And it was just gone. I couldn't believe he deleted it because that means he reads your quote tweets. He reads the retweet. He reads the responses, guys. We held him accountable, and the
Well,
tweet was gone.
he doesn't have a job right now. All he's doing is scrolling feed probably. Like I don't
Yeah, and
blame him.
it's just ate at him. Do you
Ugh.
think when he's going in job interviews, or for example, when he applied to be the commissioner of the CFL, they're like, "Can we talk about this?
It's like, yeah, we can give you the job if you just tell us your
What's
real
the deal
thought.
with this tweet?"
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I did a funny Wheel of Fortune tweet today where it was like the clue was or who deleted the tweet, and the letters were like A space ASH Madan. It was a good tweet, but it was again, we're never gonna let him live that down. He hashtag Arash deleted the tweet. Unbelievable stuff out of Arash Madani. I couldn't believe when he deleted it.
That was an all-timer too. And it's funny when like it happens in the like when he tweeted that everyone was saying no one agrees with that take. Like he's not going to be Rash was just watching one D-backs game in the postseason. He's like, "You know what?
We
That's
got
him.
Buster Posey.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame." And I
Just
mean, he was playing good baseball in that postseason, but other than
so was
that,
Steven Pierce. Like
yeah,
I mean,
I mean, World Series MVPs last forever, brother.
yeah, it's fair. Again, it was just a hilarious tweet, just a very, very funny tweet. And now I guarantee you, Arash Madani has not tweeted about Gabriel Moreno since November 2022. No doubt in my
No,
fucking mind.
none of those guys have. Like it was the only time they're one gonna watch D-backs baseball, and two, it was the perfect time for clicks for writers who like could
Like
write
Rob
some.
Longley.
Yeah, but it's like he's a Sun writer. Like, do I blame him for writing about how bad the front office is during the World Series because that's what's going to get clicks in the city he's writing for? No,
Yeah.
like that is clicks business as it gets. If he believes that or not, he knows that was going to get the absolute most clicks at that time, and it probably did for him.
Yeah, it was yeah, they were click merchants at the time and again, I'm in the clicks business, so I'm not going to stand for it, but let's have the conversation about taters, Dave. Again, we had on the last podcast, and I'm not going to go full blown lunatic on Anthony Santander. Like we talked about with the Varsho deal, you can't judge something 6, 7 weeks into a contract for a 5 year deal. That's lunacy. You can't do that. But what I can say, Avery, is right now, this dude is completely and utterly lost at the plate. I don't know if he's injured. I don't. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's battling some stuff mentally, but I just he's come up in so many opportunities to turn his season around in the last week, and he just simply has not come through. Pop ups in the infield, pop ups foul, strikeouts. He's just getting overmatched, and it's very very tough to watch, and it's impossible not to critique it. It is. It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, he's your big free agent signing after this year, and he hits in the middle of your lineup, and he's been off. Is he a negative win player at this point? He's probably got to be, right?
He's hitting 180. I
Yeah,
don't.
like I
I don't
think
know how many 180 average players who almost play every day are not negative
he
WAR.
had negative half a win.
Oh my god!
That's how bad he's been. Like
Holy shit!
there is some good players doing this as well, but he is that's the eighth worst wins above replacement for a qualified hitter in baseball. That's really, really not good. You don't want none of these guys who are close to here have signed. Oh, you got Christian Yelich in here, and then Salvador Perez, the only guys who have like signed deal. Marcus Simeon's 18th. Again, this is just he's been that bad, and you're allowed to say he's been bad. I don't
100%.
know. I'm not a swing fixer. I'm not a swing coach. Like I'm sure I could analyze something, and maybe there is something different, but this injury thing, either he's hurt or he's not hurt. I don't like the in
Just
between,
don't
but
play him then.
they didn't, right? Like
No, I, I
Friday,
I understand that though, but what good does it do for a team if a guy is like, oh, I don't know if he could play because he's injured? Just put him on the IL, let him figure it out and get 100% healthy, and let's fucking try this shit again.
I think the problem, BK brought this up, is we don't have anyone to come up and play.
Well, Alan Roden's been raking again. I know,
That doesn't like do that much
I know
for
that's
me.
not sexy for people,
No.
but
Alan Roden kills AAA pitching. He's better
he's the
than that.
AAA man.
Yeah, he's better than AAA. So it's like, will he figure it out in the big leagues? I hope so, and I think he's gonna get another chance probably soon. Loperfido's been pretty good as of late too,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they just think Santander's that much better. I'm good with the Class A thing. I don't really need to see that anymore. I'm surprised that he's like to the eye test. He doesn't look that great in left field. I know he was mostly a center fielder before,
Yeah.
but they don't really want to play him in center. They play him in left. It's a little hesitant. I don't know if he played a ton of left before, but it doesn't look like it for a guy who's that fast. He thought he'd be a little better on defense. So yeah, I'd love to try something else out. Maybe it is Roden again. You just bring him up. But Santander, really tough start to a 10 year with a baseball team. If
I mean, I actually, Avery, I don't know if it gets much worse than this start. Does it? Negative .5 WAR? Does it get much worse than that?
I'll do live stats, it might get worse after today too.
How many guys do you think he left on base today?
I'm not sure. He's seventh now. He went up the rankings in worst
And
play.
it's not golf. It's
No,
not.
you do not want Andrew Vaughn fully 1.2 negative wins above
Oh
replacement.
my God.
Like these are the player he's stretched between. Brian Reynolds, Michael Toglia, Josh Bell,
And Josh Bell
Joey,
has been horrible.
yeah, Joey Ortiz, Santander's like the BABIP. let's see how low he is to the bottom here. He is eighth in batting average on balls in play. Like that's
Eighth,
kind eighth worst of qualified hitters. It's kind of going hand in hand. It's why he's hitting 182. But yes,
brother.
the slug at 308 is pretty awful. He's the ninth worst in slug. Andres Jimenez is worse. Oh my God, and he's gonna come back too, right?
Take your time, Andres.
Yeah, but if he could come back and hit, it would be good. It just kind of sucks because that's the guy who's supposed to
Saying it
be.
sucks, Avery, is an understatement,
I
my
know
man.
because
It's
he's supposed. Everyone bitches about the power outage and how we have none of it, and that was the guy you signed to fix that, and it's not working. So it's like, is Ross sitting in his office trying to on the burner saying, "I told you guys, home runs, low hanging fruit, doesn't fix everything."
yeah. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure where you go from here with Taters. Like, if he's injured, put his ass on the IL. And I think fans will be a little bit angry if they do put him on the IL tomorrow.
I don't think they will. It's too late. He played today.
Yeah. Okay. I
It's
guess.
like the days off in between. Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah.
If he hits a huge home run and we just get this on track, I think everyone's going to be okay. But when you're not doing the thing you were assigned to do, people aren't going to be happy with that.
Have we lowered the expectations of what we think his home run total will be at the end of the year now? I mean,
I
this
said, I
isn't.
said 30, 35, right?
I don't know if he even gets there. That's you kind of go on. You got to kind of have to go on like a little run to get to that, right?
Right, that's like a 10 homer month to get
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
Let's see what he did last year too, because I know everyone's going to say, well, he did he starts slow and he's starting really slow this year. So last year, he went 4 in April, 5 in May, 13 in June. Like that's what you need to really get the
Yeah.
numbers up. I'm hoping so. It goddamn needs to happen, man. Um, are- how do you feel about the Barger like not even playing against lefties too? Do you think
At
it's
some point, you got to get your reps in.
that's what I was thinking for all these guys. I know you do it through the minor leagues, but at some point you have. How are you going to get better at hitting lefties if you don't ever get to face lefties? And like I
The
I
sample
know
size is so small this year, right? You mentioned it in our group chat. He's had 7 at bats.
seven at bats against lefties. Last year he was dog shit too against lefties. To be fair, I think he's hitting under 150 against lefties in his 2 years in the big leagues, career
Yeah.
splits,
It's
and
just
he's hitting
the only way
140.
you get better against lefties, Avery, unfortunately, is you got to face lefties. And we have to be able to accept that the at bats at the start for Addison Barger against lefties are not going to be great. But if we learned anything from Pop and Addies, it's that you kind of just let him learn on the fly because he's been awesome when he's been able to do that, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure they have a big sample of. I'm sure they have a super big sample of his minor league numbers. That's what I'm trying to look up because they wouldn't just totally make that up against lefty. He hit 167 against lefties this year.
In
La
Triple A,
Yeah, last year 229. He hit lefties better than righties last year in the minors. 2023,
there's something to build off of.
he hit 288 against lefties in 2023 in the minors.
Okay.
So maybe
All
there's
right.
something there. Like I'm not going to stand on that stance where, oh my God, Addison Barger needs to be playing against lefties, but yeah,
Avery, I
man.
have a take, and
Okay.
I would love this to be. I'll maybe clip this myself, put this on a Twitter. What are our thought? What are your thoughts on letting the Sacramento stud lead off for our Blue Jays, Nathan Lucas? Guy gets on base,
Is he? Is he getting
has
on
great
base?
at bats. I made that up. I have no idea if he's getting on base, but um, where are you at with that?
I wouldn't mind.
Sacramento stud, Bo Bichette's been awesome. I think he's second in baseball in leadoff hits, but let's drop this order down a little bit because Springer's kind of coming back down to earth, unfortunately.
Springer is coming back down to earth,
Yeah.
and that sucks. It was bound to happen. Okay, Toronto Blue Jays. I'm here. OBP against righties. Let's see what we're at. Vlad, George, Nathan Lucas is third OBP wise against right-handed pitchers. I don't hate it, John. I don't
Do we
think
let
it's
the Sacramento stud?
like he's running a 11% walk rate against righties.
Is that good? I mean, that's what I had in college.
He's a 126 weighted runs created plus against righties. Don't really think that's that horrible of I do I think it's a full year thing? Absolutely not.
but just let it eat while let it eat while he's hot. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, he's a guy who you can still kind of do stuff a little bit with on the base paths. Like he's not going to hold you up like a Vlad or a Kirk is. So I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. But Bo's leadoff swings have was I thought were really good
Yeah, he's been
this week.
great.
It's just like the first pitch when he gets a single through the 5-6 hole is and already one pitch in the game, Bo's on first base. The pitcher's got to be thinking, oh, what's going on here? But no, Bo's been good. I don't think they have to move totally, but I'm
Yeah.
fine with Nathan Lucas seeing some more
I
top of the
mean, let's
order.
just let I think this team would be in a good place if Mr. Baby was the manager. And I'm not joking. He
What do
he
you think he would
he's put
change?
us on Fluharty. He's put us on a lot of these guys.
He has. He really
All
has.
right, let's go into some listener questions. We got a lot, 55. I'm gonna try to go through all of them. When did Dalton Varsho turn to prime Jim Edmonds? Simple answer. He had a kid.
Oh,
That
I was gonna say he's kind of like Mike, but in the doctor's office for his shoulder surgery.
maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever surgery Dalton Varsho got, I want. Because
We
it's turned
can.
him into God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clase down and maybe Davis or a Relvis up. And another hitter with thump or even Loper Fido. What do you guys think?
Like kind of indifferent right now. Let those guys keep cooking.
Clase doesn't move the needle for me anymore right now, at least. He's not going to give you that thump bat that you need. And at least with a Relvis, he can kind of do that. Run into one, right?
Um, well, I just had a very funny text to us today about it was about Elvis Martinez, and he says, "I love Elvis. He doesn't have a ground ball problem. He just has a hitting problem."
Hey, kind of fair.
Yeah, I
Um,
had a good laugh at that. I don't know who you bring up right now, but I know Davis was 3 home runs in his last 4 games.
yeah.
Uh, Lopes
Again, it's
is
against
hitting.
AAA pitching, Abe. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm not.
I can't get excited about it right now. I can't.
No, like Riley Terada's doing some things down there. They're Whitey's also brought this up to me. They're playing Riley Terada everywhere to try and get him maybe some looks where they can bring him up to the big club. But no, that those are my thoughts in the moment. I have no clue.
Where are you out on the panic scale yet? I wouldn't say I'm not panicked yet.
I'm more panicked about the rotation.
Yeah, the rotation is probably level 9 panic for me right now.
Okay.
Because you guys asked for it. You wanted offense. We're kind of getting it, and the pitching is just not doing it for you like 2021. I mean, it's not great. But the month of May, offense wise, I would say I'm very happy with how this team looks offensively in the month of May.
They
And
were
it's
good.
not, and your thumpers aren't even being thumpers like Santander, right? Like you're in a good spot.
No, and Vladdy hasn't really got going, I would say.
No. Yeah. What's the next one? Why is Santander having a timing issue? I think he's hasn't been dealt a good hand in terms of injuries. 2 injuries. One, again, I do not know why he went Jeter mode and jumped into a crowd to catch a foul ball. I will never understand that. But yeah, I really don't know what's going
Maybe
on
we'll
with
do
Santander.
the let's do the Willie Adames thing. This won't be good for a 5-year deal where Willie Adames said he couldn't see at the trop. He couldn't hit there. That'd be bad if Santander admitted that in the first 2 months of a 5-year deal. So
Yeah,
let's hope that's not the case. But
yeah. I mean, he's had success at the Rogers Center. He raked against us last
he
year.
has.
So,
Yeah, change colors.
this is a question kind of for Avery. Will you be attending the Johendrick Pinongo level of excellence ceremony? I mean, that guy's been on the loose.
Yeah, dude, his swing is
Holy fuck.
insane. So he's in double A, 23-year-old in double A. He is just hitting the shit out of the ball. Highest weighted runs created plus in the Eastern League. I think that's what double A
Yeah.
is.
He's leading the organization.
Yeah, in weighted runs created plus. And we got him for Nate Pearson in the Nate Pearson deal. So
Who's in
that
the
would be,
minors right now.
is he? Yeah, I forgot we were watching that Iowa Cubs game and he was there. So my like immediate player comp that I made just from watching one single swing I've ever seen from him on Twitter was I want him to be our Willie or Abreu. I was just like
Wow.
a guy who kind of comes out of nowhere. Willie was traded for Christian Vasquez to the Twins, right?
Yes.
I believe that was the deal.
Hmm.
Another just like throw a player you throw in. So I'm hoping that Penango is going to be our guy who does that. But
Yeah.
yeah, a guy in Double A, you definitely need to check out his numbers.
Yeah, I think I'm a Yo Johnny guy.
Yo, Johnny guy, I like
Yeah,
that a lot.
I'm a Yo Johnny guy. I'm slowly starting to turn into a prospect guy. Avery, people have been DMing me and asking about this. I think we got to go to Van.
Dude, if it lines up where Trey and Cal are throwing back-to-back days or 2 of 3 days, I
Even
do
if
think
it's like a 24-hour trip, like a day and a half trip.
I
Like we get
yeah, I'm all in for it. I think like if the
like a
team
night game Friday, Saturday day game, then leave after the day game.
I'm so down for that because they
I,
should be
I
pl
want to see Trey, and I want to obviously new Instagram follower Arjun Amala. Love to meet him as well. That
and
picture with dude.
Gage too.
Yeah, Gage as well. Gage and I have been DMing a little bit. He's a beauty.
He's
Likes disco lines, likes house music. He's a
a
good dude.
big house music. I want to go to Vancouver, and I've heard nothing but good things about the Nat. And I'm sure the weather's beautiful. I'm sure it's an awesome thing.
Should we
So
get Cal on here? Switch it up a little bit.
you want to get into that?
Yeah, maybe get
Me.
Cal Steven on the pod.
Well, I'm saying maybe we should go there, get media pass, talk to the boys at the field.
Yeah, but I'd like them. I'd like to get them in a setting where they're not at the field. I think.
Oh, we can do it somewhere that's not at the field there, but we can go to them,
Yeah,
make it happen.
yeah. I'll shoot out a flare to Cal. See if
Yeah.
he can come on the pod. Because I mean, this is the first time we've had like a three-headed monster. You know what I like the team is doing right now? It's like they're calling the guys up together. It's like,
They're gonna make their major league debut together, all
oh,
three of them.
you know
They
what?
can't all pitch.
It reminds me of like when I'm trying to compare it to other MLB teams, but like the Astros, right? Like you had Correa, uh, Altuve, they all kind of came up together. No,
Yeah.
I could
I
be
mean,
wrong. I could
not
be
as much as
completely wrong with
that,
that,
but
but that's fair. I'm all in on
so
this.
there is. I was made aware, and people who are older than me are gonna hate this, of the Lansing Three. Do you remember those guys at all?
Like Bo, Vladdy, and
No, no, no. It's the three-headed pitching monster of Noah Syndergaard, Aaron Sanchez, and Justin Nicolino. That was the Lansing Three. And those were names I knew, but someone tweeted at me the picture of those three that everyone kind of used, and they were called the Lansing Three.
I'm kind of all in on that name. That's a sick fucking
Like we
name.
don't have Lansing as a like Lansing isn't a Jays affiliate anymore, but
What should we do for the Canadians then?
we'll have to go. I want in the comments of this, or you tweet us, or you Instagram DM us, and you come up with a name for Gage, Cal, and
Yeah,
Trey
we need a name.
Savage.
I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna clip this because Gage and Cal and Trey will see this. We need a three-headed monster name for the three dogs: Maddox, Glavin, and Smoltz coming up in our system right now. We need a fucking name. Let's take some inquiries below. We'd love to have that. But next listener question: I have started two road to the shows. One is Johnny, which is who I will play when I don't take my ADHD meds. One is Avery, which I will play when I do take them. How do you see this playing out? Um, I think I'm going to turn a little bit of a Zach Greinke. I think,
I think you're gonna enjoy both of them
yeah,
equally.
it's fair. Did we curse the Orioles when they showed? Man,
Man, the O's did what the Jays fans wanted with Hyde.
and what did it show you? It doesn't fucking matter about the manager.
When
It's
the
the goddamn GM.
yeah,
Okay. Brandon Hyde was not the problem for the Orioles, Abe. The problem for the Orioles was you signed 40-year-olds in your rotation when you have one of the best offenses in ball the past 2 years. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, that is the exact
Avery,
problem.
they are 15 and 30. Do you realize how hard it is to come back from that?
It is bad. Yeah,
Like,
at some point you got to be better like than 15 games over 500 to get back
yeah.
to 500.
Like, you have, Avery, I think, is it comfortable to say that they're done? Like, you have to go on an insane run, right?
Yep.
I don't know how.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're also
I
going to get a
really
lot of AL East teams. It's hard to do that. Crazy.
I'd like to say they're done. I'm like I hope I don't get all takes exposed for this, but they have to go on like a 15 game above 500 stretch, you know?
They do. Good
like
luck to them.
like it's ridiculous. But could be worse when you're looking at the Blue Jays again. But what's the next question? Let me pull this up here. even though these are against good teams, how many series losses does need to happen before someone's fired? I don't think anyone's gonna get fired this year.
I also don't think so. It's got to go really bad
Is
for
Mattingly the problem? I don't think so. He's not. I mean, again, it sucks. If I'm Don Mattingly and I'm looking at it and I'm going, God, this team offense really fucking fell off once I got here.
I don't think he's going to attach those together.
Yeah, he's not going to, but it just sucks. When you
Yes.
look at it, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Um, would you guys ever consider a Gate 14 trip to Minnesota or Minneapolis? See the Twins, tons of Gate 14 listeners there. Um, yeah, I'd love to go. I think that's an awesome stadium. I don't think it's as crazy of a rivalry as it is with the Seattle Mariners, but yeah, I'd like to go.
Minnesota, that I think that's a good smaller town where we could have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think that's a town that more fun than Seattle as maybe some nightlife or some dive bars to go out and have
yeah,
a good
for
time.
sure. It's Midwest, kind of, right?
I
Or
love,
not even kind of. It
yeah,
is
no,
Midwest. Yeah.
that is the Midwest. Definitely.
When's the Boba Fett extension coming? Man, I love what Boba Fett's been bringing to the table lately, man. He's looked awesome. And
They're
I could get used to seeing him and Vladdy getting back to back, getting back on base back to back all the time, man.
yeah, it's the contract gets interesting, more and more interesting by the day. How much
Yeah.
money is Boba gonna make?
Sometimes the money goes up, sometimes it goes. It's
Like,
just,
I think it's just trending down right now, even though he's playing okay, like pretty good.
yeah,
I don't think 200 million's on the table for what people are thinking.
really. Okay.
I mean, it was Passan who came out and said something about that he thinks Bo's going to take the 1 year type of deal.
Like the Pete Alonso,
Yeah, maybe.
I'd pay him that.
Yeah, we'd like to that would be perfect for us to see if he keeps this going and then the bridge to Arjun if you need it.
Like, because that's what's going to happen with Pete Alonso on the Mets. I think he's just going to be a Met forever.
Do
I think
think
they
so
did the,
as well.
yeah. Um, what's your favorite design Blue Jays jersey of all time? I'll say this. I will die on this hill. The steroid Blue Jay.
Yeah, T-Bird.
The one right behind Avery, actually. Fuck, I didn't realize right there.
Yeah.
That is the goated Blue Jays logo of all time.
I love that logo and I love the gray jersey, blue sleeves, T-Bird
They got to
one.
bring that back. They got to bring that back. When naming the pod, what other names were you considering? Honestly, none. I literally just hit up Avery and I said, let's start Gate 14. I don't know.
No, I just said, yeah, it didn't matter to me that much.
Top three favorite teams, not including the Blue Jays. I love the Padres, and we're going to be seeing it. The Gate 14 Musgrove picks going to do triple platinum this week. But yeah, I think it's just like Padres. I root for loosely. Obviously, the Phillies because of Bryson. Kind of where it stops. I don't really
I'm
care
not
for
really
other teams.
watching too many other teams besides like some late night stuff because the Jays game's over. Like none of the East Coast teams I'm really watching that much.
Yeah. Against a team like that, they honestly played okay. Just need to hit more. It wasn't really a question, but that's a fair comment. I think three gettable games, no blowouts, no games that I wanted to turn the TV off. Close in baseball. Sometimes you win some of those games. Sometimes you lose some of those games. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Does it suck in terms of the claw back to 500? Yeah. Do they have a chance to get back to 500 today? Yeah, which makes it even significantly worse. But can't say I'm not mad about it outside from the pitching, right?
No. Can you give us a Leafs prediction? We're pre-Leaf game right now.
I think the Leafs get over the hump.
You think so? I think so
Yeah, I
too.
think
So
the
stupid, but
I
I
think
think it's so stupid to say. I think so too.
I think the biggest thing is, and I hope we don't get able to expose in this. I think the Leafs and Jays haven't managed to win the same time. When the Jays went on that little run where they got back to 500 against the Mariners, Leafs lost every game in that series.
It's true.
When the Jays have lost, the Leafs have won. The city of Toronto tonight will be an idiot zone
Yeah.
if they win the series, like a
I'm
legit idiot zone.
I'm going to Dublin calling after this. I'm
Nice.
hoping it's gonna be an idiot zone. And then
Oh,
I
it
have a
will be.
7 a.m. tea time tomorrow in Kitchener.
Fuck yeah. In
Just
Kitchener?
yeah. Yeah, me and my brother's gonna I'm kind of regretting the time now that the Leafs were because I booked it before game 6. I'm like, oh,
You
gonna
gotta
be a
stop
lot of
by
fun.
the crib.
Yeah, we'll see
Um,
you.
2 games under 500, but still second in the AL East makes you think, yeah, the AL East is fucking gettable, man. The
At
American
least his
League is
ass.
gettable. I think what makes teams like the Yankees be that many games above 500 is the superstars are being superstars. Aaron Judge, ridiculous. Max Fried, what more could you say about that guy? He's sick. Um, but yeah, I think uh, I don't know. I don't know. I just need this team to put it all together for just maybe a month. I just want to see a month of it.
Okay.
See what this team could actually do.
Joseph Zeta tweeted this out. I'm looking right now. Game one, Leafs win. Game two, Jays lose, Leafs win. Game three, Jays win, Leafs lose. Game four, Jays win, Leafs lose. Game five, Jays win, Leafs lose. Game six, Jays lose, Leafs win. And game seven, Jays lose. That means our Leafs have got to win tonight. Game seven, it's meant to be.
Some things are just meant to be in this world.
Yep.
And Trent just tweeted Leafs money lines and it's over.
He knows what he might not even bet that, but he
No.
just wants.
I did tweet this. If the Toronto Blue Jays are over 500 by June 1st, I'll be giving two Gate 14 listeners, or a Gate 14 listener, two tickets to first pitch night at the ballpark.
Hell yeah.
We throw the first pitch. Back goes up and asked, why did she leave me? Because you love the Blue Jays and you're used to heartbreak. Kendrys Morales' son or Santander daughter? Kendrys Morales, I'd probably go Santander daughter because there's still that glimmer of hope there.
Yeah.
Like the Morales thing's over.
I'll say the same thing.
Yeah.
What were Kendrick's numbers here? How bad were they? Okay, one of the years 98 weighted runs created plus. The next year 107.
Holy shit.
And then he got dealt or no, never mind. He was gone after that. Those aren't the two best years ever. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Negative, negative WAR one of the years.
Why does Vlad not have a single clutch bone in his body? I will say that one today was tough. That ground ball to second would have been a really cool moment.
Yeah. Does he not? He doesn't have a walk-off home run either, right?
No.
And Devers just got his first one.
Yeah.
I think Vlad hits one this year. I think we get that to finally happen.
That'd give me chills. What home remedies can be used to help reduce being allergic to going over 500? I think alcohol, responsibly.
Yep.
Has the Pope stopped blessing the Blue Jays? We need a new Pope. I think it's time we switch it up.
It's been a long time. You're right, John. We should switch that up.
Eat the crickets again or don't vape for a week. I'm not a vape guy. I want to make that very clear. It's a shtick I do on the trips. I'm not a vape guy.
Vape Johnny is the worst.
We already talked about the batting order type of stuff. Please save me from this team. Should Garcia have came? Oh, that's a great question. What was your thought process today, Avery, with going to Schultz instead of Garcia? Fisher, sorry.
Didn't. I was just like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
I texted
I didn't get that either because Yimmy was clearly available.
Yeah, it's like if it was the biggest spot of the game and it didn't go well.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it personally.
No. And that's what happens when some of the people are down, but I didn't think he should have been used in that spot.
I feel like we're just one piece away. Kind of agree offense-wise, but that piece could be a Buffalo boy taking a leap, right? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is Santander the next Jose Abreu? I hope not. Why do the Blue Jays suck? They don't. When will the war versus 500 end? I'm hoping by June 1st. That's what I'm hoping.
I think we're going to deal with it into Canada Day weekend.
Holy fuck. Just keep going back and forth. I don't know if I could take it.
Yeah.
I really don't. Tacos or burritos? I'm a burrito guy.
Burrito guy too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a taco guy. I can't get into the hard shell tacos. Not like a big fan of them. Is Angel Reese a bigger flop than LeBron? I will say this. I fucking hate Angel Reese.
She is the best rebounder of all time.
I know, but she is a good rebounder because she can't fucking shoot. I mean, holy Christ.
I think the shtick of everyone hating Angel Reese has made me like her more for some reason.
But did you not see the yesterday?
Oh, I saw
like
it. She did flop. I was just like,
yeah.
Everyone's so mad at her. It's like, whatever.
Are the Leafs winning the cup? I think if the Leafs win tonight, we're on hashtag Cup Watch.
Yep.
We're on Cup Watch. All right, we can go into the series here. I don't know when we will be streaming this week. Again, just kind of whenever if Musgrove wants to go out or have dinner a couple nights. I haven't seen him in so long. I'd definitely like to see him with Avery, Alto, and Curtis. So I'm really not sure. But we do have a cool vlog coming up. Like I mentioned in the last pod, the Blue Jays invited us to take a tour of the facilities and vlog it for the people. And by the way, did you read that email, Abe? It said, watch BP from the outfield. What is that? Are we on the field? Are we shagging?
There's no way the insurance.
It says it. It says, I talked about it today with Curtis. It goes, watch batting practice from the outfield.
I think
What does
that
that
me
mean?
just the seats out there, I guess. Like, are we there early? I didn't get the email. I never got the email, so I haven't read anything. I'm
It
just go
says watch BP from the outfield.
okay, well, we'll see what's
Are
up.
we shagging?
Yeah, get me out. We're Zach Hampel. We'll
I
be
would
out
love
there.
to shag. Maybe they'll let us take a couple hacks. But yeah, going to series preview. Obviously, we talked about the pitchers that the Padres have going, but here's the Jays one. Dylan Cease versus Chris Bassett on Tuesday. Awesome pitching matchup. Awesome. Um, Randy Vasquez against Gossman. Gossman's got to be better this appearance. Has
Yeah.
to against a team that's been pretty good offensively. Kolek against Bowden Francis. I say Jays lose 2 of 3. Sorry, that's
I'll say lose 2 of 3 as well because I said win 2 of 3 against the Tigers and that didn't happen. So
yeah,
reverse jinx it.
accountability. But yeah, as always, guys, again, stick with me, battling some stuff right now. But the content video of us behind the scenes will be awesome. The Padres being in town is awesome. Great jersey matchup, by the way. Sick
Really
jersey
good.
matchup. And let's enjoy this Leafs game tonight. Probably podcast will be out after this, but hopefully next time we're talking to you guys, the Leafs have a second round matchup. By the way, Avery, they play on Tuesday. They
Third
play a
round.
game. What?
They're going to be a third round team if they win.
Yeah. So, anyways, love you guys, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and some really cool things in the works with the Blue Jays and what we got going. We are officially today, Avery. By the time this podcast drops, a month away from Gate 14 first pitch. I
Let's
mean,
go.
holy fuck. Love you guys, man. Gate 14 forever. We ride. Now we go.